A brief moment at the end of a royal engagement led to suggestions that Princess Kate prompted Queen Camilla with the subtlest of reminders about their family's hierarchy. The pair were both in their traditional places on a balcony of the Foreign Office overlooking the Cenotaph in central London during last year's Remembrance Sunday service. Wrapped up in elegant black coats and hats, they watched on as King Charles led the nation with a poignant 2-minute silence for the second time during the event since becoming monarch. He then laid a wreath followed by Prince William, as well as other royals and politicians. Body language expert Judy James noted that the Princess and Queen each presented the impression of a strong team as they watched their respective husbands engage below in the ceremony. Standing apart almost at either end of the royal balcony, and without Sophie present to create the usual trio of royal brides, Camilla and Kate presented visibly as status equals here, she told the Mirror. Their poses look similar, and their almost matching wide-brimmed hats were both pitched at exactly the same angle, with this mirroring giving the impression of a strong team of two as they looked down on their husbands laying their wreaths. Kate had looked tearful at the very moving service the previous evening, and she sustained a very solemn facial expression here, but Camilla adopted a beatific smile, which is a gesture associated with calm, quiet happiness. But an incident just as the service was closing caught her attention. In it, Kate appeared to remind Camilla about royal hierarchy, given that the former is a princess and the latter a queen. Judy elaborated. There was a moment at the end of the service when both women seemed to define the way that the late queen's death has left them still needing small royal hierarchical reminders or cues. Camilla turned her head towards the interior, but it seemed to need Kate to say, "After you," as she turned in the same direction. Camilla threw her wide, affectionate smile of what looked like gratitude as the two women stepped elegantly inside. Meanwhile, unlike King Charles, who is battling with cancer, it was recently announced, and other members of the royal family who wore one simple poppy on their uniforms, Kate wore several flowers to pay tribute to those who lost their lives in the world wars and other conflicts. Although it has never been confirmed by the palace, one theory suggests that the royals wear multiple brooches to honor family members who fought and died in wars. Many believe the reason Kate wears several poppies comes from her wish to pay tribute to lost family members, as her great-grandmother had 3 brothers who were all killed in action during World War I. Back in 2018, the princess had the opportunity to view letters from her ancestors during an emotional visit to the Imperial War Museum, while other female members of the royal family often choose to do the same, including the late Queen Elizabeth II, who famously wore a collection of 5 poppies to the Cenotaph. Some believed it was her way of paying tribute to the 5 branches of services during the war, include the Army, Royal Navy, RAF, Civil Defence and Women.